Okay, I want to cover how to create an ink wash value scale. Okay, you're gonna need to draw 10 boxes. Okay, let me make sure I have 10 boxes. It's like many of the value scales that we have been making. We're going to go from light to dark. Okay. All right. So it's called an ink wash because we're going to be diluting the ink in water in order to get the grays that belong in here. And so I have my dirty water from the previous demonstration, and then I have a cup of clean water. So you're going to want to make sure that you have that. Okay, so let's begin. First thing that you want to do is probably start on number 10, which is going to be your darkest value. And that one is just pure ink. Go ahead and paint that in. Okay, just take your time. I'm trying to go fast just so that I can cover it quickly and not make this very long video. But you can definitely take your time, pause the video, go as slow as you want, okay? All right. So that's number 10. Okay. All right. And if you want to use tape to mask it, because you want this to look really good, clean and sharp, you can definitely do that. You don't have to, but you can. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to move on to number 9, which is not going to be as dark as 10. 10 is the darkest. And in order to make the ink lighter, you need to dilute it. So take a drop of ink, and I'm just going to use this dirty water. Okay, I'm going to save my clean water for the light ones, and I'm just going to use this dirty water for the dark ones. Okay, so I would definitely think about having a scratch piece of paper where you can test what you have. And it looks to me like this needs ink. It's too light. So this is where you're gonna start to kind of experiment, trying stuff out, okay? And where your palette is gonna be the thing that you're gonna need, okay? So it looks like it's getting dark. Remember, I need it to be very dark, but not completely black. I think that's pretty good right there. All right, good. So then when you're ready, go ahead and paint this one in. And I would suggest that you can hear my dogs barking, that you leave a little gap here. You see the little, because you don't want this to bleed into that one. And it still looks to me like it's too light. So I'm just gonna probably let that dry and add some more ink in a minute. Just kind of touch it up. Okay, that's pretty good. That's really good actually. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the next one. And I'm just gonna take this and put some here. Okay, and now I'm just gonna take some of this water and dilute that. Test it. It's too light, so we're going to add some of this. Okay, that's good right there, I think. And so a lot of this is sort of trial and error, figuring it out, taking your time, paint the whole thing. Okay, leave a little gap. Okay, so that is way too light, so we're just gonna paint over it a little more. Sometimes I'll just touch the surface like this, adding more, and just letting that kind of spread out. Okay, and if I squint my eyes, I can see that's pretty good. All right, so the next one, I'm just gonna add more water to this one here. Okay, and you have to work from this way to that way. I think it's the easiest way to do it. Instead of going light to dark, I think it's kind of hard to go light to dark, but I think if you go this way, you're fine. Once you have most of these dark ones, the rest of them are much easier to do. Okay, so that looks like it needs a little more darkness. So let's just add a little bit there. Okay. Now, if it looks like it went too dark, something you can do is take your brush and dry it like this, and then go ahead and touch the surface, and you can carefully lift some of that ink off. You see how that worked there? Okay. And I didn't make a mess, and I didn't press my tissue paper to it. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Let's add more water to this little pool here. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be the next one. Maybe a little more water. Maybe some clean water. Okay. There we go. Alright, that's good. Alright, now I'm going to just keep adding some clean water to this. Now, if I get down to the end and I need to make any of these darker or lighter, I can. Okay, so there we go. And then this last one is mostly water. All right, you guys, there it is. That's how you make a value scale.